Yo, listen up, got a tale to tell about a young shepherd boy and a giant who fell. David was his name, not a warrior's type, but he had heart, soul, and a fight that was tight. In the valley of Elah, tension was high. Goliath stood tall, his shadow covered the sky. Who'll face me? He roared with a laugh so cruel, but the army. Yo, listen up, got a tale to tell about a young shepherd.
Welcome to It's Happening. My name is Jared, and I'm coming on a few minutes early since we have people on already. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your support. If you would kindly smash that like button, follow us on Rumble. It'll help us get seen more. It is free to follow us on Rumble. You can follow all of our social media channels as well. It is very easy to find us. Today's episode, I'm going to go over just some of what I found on what's going on with the judge giving Trump another gag order, and the liberals, you know, how the liberal media and how they promote it and talk about it. It's very interesting. We're now going to have set times. We are going to try at 12, 1:30, and 5. If that changes, I will let you guys know. And that'll be for weekdays for the It's Happening politics and culture here on Rumble. I can't post everything to YouTube that I talk about here, so not everything goes to YouTube, but I do post stuff there as well. I will still be doing the Unseen Realm channel for Bible, faith, conspiracy theories. Me and Hector will still be doing it once a week as well. If you're interested in coming on here and talking with me about topics, let me know. All right, guys, so let's get into it. So I'm gonna pull up a video of the liberal media talking about what's going on and how they portray it to their viewers. And then I'm going to show you the truth. It's crazy how, I don't know, me as a voter, and since I started paying attention to what's going on, I wasn't always like that. I get it. I was just like everybody else. I was clueless, thought I was a Democrat because, you know, that's the way it was supposed to be. They were the carrying party until I started paying attention and realized that neither party gives a damn about us. They're both working together to crush us. But it blows my mind how far liberal voters are willing to allow their party to cross the line. There's no amount of corruption that's too much. There's no amount of lying. There's no amount of attacking the other person. They are all for you weaponizing the DOJ as long as you're going after the mean old Republicans and Orange Man bad. You know, there is a connection between the judge's family, the DAs, all the way to the Biden White House. And these people think that this is just okay. They can do this. I don't. Let's check it out. So I'm going to start it. Like I said, I'm going to play a clip from the liberal media and how they're talking about it. And let's talk about it. And I will get into it. All right. How you guys doing today? All right, so I'm just gonna pick one randomly with y'all. I didn't plan this part ahead of time. I like to show y'all both. I like to show you how the mainstream media talks about things, how they take a story and completely manipulate it to fit their narratives. The facts do not matter. And then I like to show you the truth. All right, so let's just choose one.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. That appears to be the motto for Trump's legal teams as they continue their desperate attempts to try just about anything at this point to get the numerous cases against their client thrown out, including citing presidential immunity, the charges being too vague, the legality of the special counsel statute, selective and vindictive prosecution. And as we saw this morning in Georgia, their attempts to throw out the whole Fulton County case on the grounds of the First Amendment.
I don't think there's any question that statements, comments, speech, expressive conduct that deals with campaigning or elections has always been found to be at the zenith of protected speech. The only reason it becomes unprotected, in the state's opinion, is because they call it false.
Well, they were false, but that is not the only reason why it's not protected by the First Amendment. Here is the prosecution's response.
It's not just that they were false. It's not that the defendant has been hauled into a courtroom because the prosecution doesn't like what he said. These statements are part of criminal conduct that is larger than just the false statement on its own.
Mind you, the same First Amendment challenges were made by two of Trump's former
Okay, that is not
case,
the
and
right
they
one,
were
but
unsuccessful.
it gives you an idea of how they're talking about it. Let's hop over to another one real quick because she was talking about a different one. Hold on one second. You know what? Megyn Kelly had a decent clip on it, but you know what? Let's just go ahead and go over there. Okay, so the liberal media is portraying this as, you know, Trump is attacking the judge's daughter. Okay, they're acting like the judge's daughter is a 10-year-old girl who that Trump is just out to get. Mean old Trump is after them. Now let's show you who the daughter is, because it's important that we know exactly what we're talking about. That they're not going to tell you this or show you this, so I will. So again, this judge that is gagging Trump, he's tied to all of this. He's tied to Adam Schiff paying his daughter millions and millions of dollars while he's using the case to run for Senate. This is the same guy who also created the Russia hoax with Hillary Clinton. Check it out. Let's just go look at it. Which one was it? All right. This is Newsweek. Trump family rages over Manhattan judge's daughter's work history. Donald Trump's family raged over New York judge Juan Merchan's daughter's work history ahead of arraignment on Tuesday. The former president surrendered to authorities in New York, where he pleaded not guilty to 34 counts of falsifying business records in connection with hush money payments to the two women before the 2016 presidential election. Maybe we should go back through all the president's history and see how many hush payments have been paid. Trump made history as the first former U.S. president to be charged in a criminal investigation. The arraignment follows Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg investigation into payments allegedly made to adult film star Stormy Daniels and former Playbook model Karen McDougal in connection with alleged affairs they had with Trump. He has maintained his innocence in the case. Let's go down a little bit. Meanwhile, the Trump's family expressed anger over reports that Merchan's daughter, Lauren, which I was going to show y'all her X page, but it's conveniently taken down now. I'll see if I can find a clip of it, though. I messed it up. Lauren worked on Vice President Kamala Harris's 2020 presidential campaign. Conservative media outlet The Gateway Pundit reported that his daughter worked for Harris' campaign during the Democratic primaries in 2019, as well as at Authentic Campaigns, an agency that works on progressive campaigns. So, just from hearing just that, do you think that there may be an issue with that? But let's go on. In a post on his Truth Social platform just hours before his arraignment, Trump mentioned Lauren Merchan. I think it's Merchan, French or something. political connections and called for the trial to be moved out of Manhattan, a deeply Democratic leaning jurisdiction, to the more conservative Staten Island. Additionally, the Highland partisan judge and his family are well-known Trump haters. He was an unfair disaster on a previous Trump-related case, would not recuse himself, gave horrible jury instructions, and impossible to deal with during the witch hunt trial. His daughter worked for Kamala and now the Biden-Harris campaign kangaroo court. Let's not forget that I haven't got to that part yet. His judge also worked for the attorney general in New York for 3 years that's going after Trump on this case. It's all connected. Trump family members and allies argued that Lauren's connection to the Democrat politics indicted the court system as biased against ex-president Donald Trump. Seems relevant. Another connection in his hand-picked Democrat trial. So again, we listen to the liberal media talk about he's attacking the poor daughter, right? The poor daughter is just being attacked by the mean old orange man. But they left out the fact that Adam Schiff is actively paying the judge's daughter almost $10 million in the case going against Trump. The judge then gags Trump, telling him he cannot talk about any of this. He can't respond to it, yet these people can go on every news channel and completely lie. It doesn't matter. Adam Schiff is also using that to fuel his campaign for Senate. Do you guys, I mean, I'm curious, do you see a pattern here, a problem, a serious corruption problem? So you're telling me that the judge has a daughter that's on the case against Trump and is being paid almost $10 million by the Democrat machine. And if the judge and the daughter win the case, they get more money. No problem with that. None whatsoever, Democrats. No issue. Here, let's pull it up. I'll pull up a video for you guys. This is Jesse Waters. I tried to find the dang video on YouTube, and as usual, I can't find it, so I had to come over here to good old TikTok. Check it out.
Trump is banned from talking about the judge's family. Why? Because the judge's family was paid by the Biden campaign. The judge's family is currently being paid by Adam Schiff, over $10 million. Adam Schiff, this is the guy who conspired with Michael Cohen, the star witness in this case. Trump isn't allowed to say that the judge's daughter is a Democrat consultant whose clients, the Biden campaign, Adam Schiff, are fundraising off Trump's indictment. The judge's family is getting rich off Trump trials, and he's presiding over one. And if Trump's convicted, his family financially benefits. And instead of recusing
anybody, do you see a problem? I mean, serious. It's a serious question. Do I have any Democrat voters watching this? This is not about arguing. The Democrat Party portrays itself to be this moral high ground in our country that has all the moral standing over everybody else. And they're always dividing us into oppressed and oppressors. It's all Marxism. It's all communism. It's all it is. They need to create victims. And then they use these victims. And they completely destroy everything about the victim group at the same time.
Because of a glaring conflict of interest, the judge is gagging Trump for pointing out the conflict of interest. Even Michael Avenatti says it's nuts. The lawyer tweeting this from prison. We can't be hypocrites when it comes to the First Amendment. It's outrageous that Cohen and Daniels can do countless TV interviews, post on social, and make money on bogus documentaries, all by talking ish about Trump. But he's gagged and threatened with jail if he responds. The judge is threatening to put Trump in jail for pointing out that his liberal family's getting rich off this trial. and richer if he's convicted.
Again, so if I was a Democrat voter and I'm watching this, the only thing I can think is that how did I come to support the criminals in this country? How did it get to a spot where the Democrats only support the criminals in this country? They will defend them to the bitter end. And if you point it out, they will destroy you along the way.
Now, the media who doesn't support the First Amendment or care about corruption covers it this way.
The judge overseeing Donald Trump's hush money trial just expanded a gag order forbidding the defendant and former president from attacking his own family.
He doesn't just take his right to due process. He smears the judge. He harasses the judge's daughter.
President Trump, our former chief executive.
You see how they do it? He smears the judge. He attacks the judge's daughter. They don't tell you that the judge's daughter is getting paid to go after Trump. The judge should absolutely recuse himself. If the daughter lived with the judge, he would have to recuse himself. What's the difference here? So she's a grown woman who has been attacking Trump since 2012. And Trump has got a massive case with this, because there is even a recording of her talking about how they need to censor him on Twitter back in 2012, I think it was. I have to find the recording. They are always doing the very thing they accuse us of. Always.
Is using the bully pulpit that comes with being a former president to put people in grave danger. Quite apart from his attacks on the judge's daughter, which are totally uncalled for.
The judge's daughter isn't 7. She's 34. He's not attacking her. He's just saying what she does for a living. How's that an attack? He just wants a new judge, one whose family isn't funded by Democrats. Ned Ryan is the founder of American Majority. Is that too much to ask?
It's really not, Jesse. It's pretty appalling. This feels like a turning point in all of this lawfare against Trump. And with this case, the left is dropping any pretense, doesn't seem to care at all about having any pretense of legitimacy with the greater public. It's the gloves are off. It's bare knuckles now. A leftist judge with a case that was not taken up by the Southern District of New York, Bragg's predecessor, a case that should never have been brought. He's presiding over it. Trump simply points out his daughter, the conflict of interest with his daughter, who, by the way, it's $93 million in solicitations raised on this specific case. Oh. And all Trump did was.
There it is. The judge's daughter has raised $93 million because she is tied to this specific case.
Point out these facts, and instead of recusing himself, the judge goes, you need to shut up, and the corporate propagandists with their Circus Seal Act obediently rise to the occasion and say Trump's attacking the daughter. No, he's just pointing out facts. I mean, Jesse, this is a gross, the attack on Trump's constitutional rights to defend himself, the abuse of the law, the legal system on Trump. I have to tell you, the Democrats, the left, have made a massive bet on all of this lawfare that some of it will take Trump out. I'm making a bet that this lawfare is going to blow up in their face. When things like this really break.
We can only pray that for once, this will massively blow up in their face. How do we get to this point in our country? I'm just.
Again, on the normies that are watching this, they're going to realize the gross abuse of power that the left is actually doing to try and bring down Trump. Because Orange Man bad. And anything, anywhere, anytime is acceptable because Orange Man bad.
The normies woke up over Easter weekend when the White House called it Trans Visibility Day. Here's the former president just about an hour ago on the campaign trail. Listen to this.
What the hell was Biden thinking when he declared Easter Sunday to be Trans Visibility Day? Such total disrespect to Christians, and November 5th is going to be called something else. You know, it's going to be called Christian Visibility Day.
Christian.
And we should all start posting that and blaring it everywhere. Absolutely. From now on, the day we vote is Christian Visibility Day. This is on TikTok. That is Timothy Afort. I hope I didn't pronounce your name wrong.
Invisibility Day.
Oh, yeah. My bad. Here, I'm going to go ahead and pull up another link. Let's see what Sharon says. Oh, you mean he wants a fair trial? So far, that's all he's asked for. That's it. The only reason Democrat voters still think Trump is the one doing this is because their CIA media tells them so. And they won't dare ask any questions outside of it because they've been trained to call us bigots, attack us for asking questions. So they damn sure are not going to open their mouth. There comes a point in life where you either stand up or sit down. I mean, one of the two. Are we going to sit here and allow the Communist Party to overthrow this country? Do you have kids and grandkids? Look at what they're doing to Trump. Imagine what they'll do to your family. Here, I got another link I want to pull up on this, and then that'll be it for this episode. Now, we'll be back on around 1:30. Yeah, maybe sooner. I came on earlier today. I'm still trying to get the times down that I want to do this. So it may change again. I'm working on it. All right, here we go. I'm going to pull this up. This is ClintonFoundationTimeline.com. Again, that is ClintonFoundationTimeline.com. All right. April 1st, 2024. Ties between Judge Merchan's child and Adam Schiff represent a major conflict in hush money trial. Not just a major, this is flat out corruption at its best. Lauren Merchan's firm was paid $4 million by Adam Shifty Schiff. At the same time, he conspired with Michael Cohen to take down Donald Trump. Cohen will be a witness in Judge Merchan's courtroom next month. Well, how about that? At the end of 2019, Adam Schiff, chairman of the House Intelligence, was leading the first impeachment effort against Donald Trump, hence the Russia hoax. Hillary Clinton paid for it. Adam Schiff knocked it out of the park. After months of making accusations and conducting congressional inquiries related to Trump's July 19 call with Ukrainian President Zelensky, a conversation Democrats described as a quid pro quo. How convenient that the Democrats don't notice the quid pro quo when Joe Biden goes over there and threatens them with $1 billion or else. These fucking people have lost their minds. Attempting to trade military aid for an investigation into the Biden family's corrupt business deals. There's the real reason they went after Trump. Let me read that one more time because it's so important. It ties all the way back to the beginning of Trump running. A conversation Democrats describe as a quid pro quo attempting to trade military aid for an investigation into the Biden family's corrupt business deals. So there you have it. All of this started because Trump knew that the Democrats and the Democrat machine were laundering money through Ukraine. He knew about the bioweapon labs that they had in Ukraine that we were funding. And they damn sure didn't want him talking about it. So what do? You twist the story and you accuse the other person. Saul Alinsky would be jealous of the Democrats today. He would envy how good they are at using the rules for radicals. And if you don't know what the rules for radicals is and you're watching politics, you should absolutely look up who Saul Alinsky is, who he was connected to, what he wrote, and then pay attention to everything the Democrats do, and you'll start to realize it's all about design. So again, is Trump really attacking the daughter, or is he just pointing out the fact that the judge and the family are being paid millions of dollars to go after him with this case? A case that they wouldn't go after anybody else on. Nobody. Wow, and it sure is to me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will be back on probably at, what time is it? 12:30. I'll come back on at 1 instead of 1:30 today. Like I said, I'm still going to be working on the times. Here we go. I'm going to respond to some of your comments. If you do comment, I will always respond to them. Please remember that there is a lag in between what I say and what I see. All right. Sharon says, I don't even want to imagine being controlled as we already are, and just how bad it's going to be for my grandchildren and great grandchildren. We can see how bad it is right now. All we have to do is look to China. I know that sounds crazy. But if you know the history of how China got to the position they're at right now, you would see that the Democrats are using the exact strategy on America to destroy the system from within and create a new utopia that does nothing but crush the people, and the elites have all the power. They are destroying the middle class in this country on purpose. It is by design. This is our fight against the communists, just like our parents had, our grandparents had, our great-grandparents had. These commies are just very, very good at manipulating mass populations. And the reason they're so good at this is because our own CIA is behind it. And they've done it in how many countries? How many countries do we know that they've gone to and destroyed the government and placed whoever they wanted in? They have tested this scenario time and time again, and they are doing it right here in our country. Thank you so much for watching. Let's see if let's see. Sharon said Hitler would stand in awe of these tactics. But I thought that was us. I thought we were the mean old Hitler. I thought MAGA meant Nazi. I thought that Republicans were the bad racist bigots, even though history and modern times tell you that it's not true. It never has been true. The Republicans are the complete opposite of what the Democrats accuse us of. I take that back. Republicans today are spineless, feckless cowards who do nothing but bend over for Democrats. That's what they are today. People like you and me who are sick and tired of being run over and then called the problem for going, stop it. We're called bigots for simply saying, don't do this. This is not okay. And their voters just cheer it on. It's unbelievable. Middle class Democrats, they will come for you too. That is the truth of it all. You think you may have enough money. You think you may know the right people. You think you may have enough power. You don't. You don't matter. You realize that. The people that are doing this believe in depopulation. They have convinced people that cow farts are destroying the planet. To this day, CO2, we could double the amount of CO2 we put out and it wouldn't hurt the planet. It's all scams. It's all lies. I mean, sometimes I feel like I'm going mad. I really do. Thank you so much for watching. Please like this video, comment on it, share it with your friends and family. I will be back on at 1. One of the topics I'm going to show is, well, I don't know how to discuss it yet, but I'm going to show it because I think it's important where the the Social Security office is showing just how many dead people are trying to register to vote in the state of Texas. And what was it? Arkansas and Pennsylvania. And these are all new voters. Okay. New voters. Millions, hundreds of thousands are coming out to be dead people trying to register to vote this year. How does that happen? That's going to be at 1 o'clock. Again, thank you so much for watching. God bless. Y'all have a wonderful day.